Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning into Garden Coils. So look, I have had my distressed locks in for 3.5 weeks now. I am pushing a month. I think that they still look really good. I'm super proud. Not extremely long, but still giving good length. And then while I am showing a detailed tutorial on how I actually did the style in the video, I'm also showing you guys what I highly recommend that you put on your scalp and your hair beforehand to make sure that your hair is well taken care of underneath the style and that your scalp is not so irritated. Just in case you don't know, the hair that is added to locks, braids, and passion twist styles can be extremely itchy and harsh on type 4 hair. So I'm showing you guys what I do there, and then just providing some lessons learned and some best practices since I have almost had the style in for a month now. So let's get into it. Quick hair facts up front. It took me a little over 5 hours to achieve this style. It was my first time doing it. No, I did not do it the full way through. No, my hands did not cramp, which is surprising. In terms of the cost of the materials needed to achieve the style, it cost me in total $97.50, so I landed right under $100. I think that's all you need to know at this point, so keep watching and I'll be sprinkling some more things throughout. So for those that do know my channel, I really care about healthy hair, so I'm just going to talk through a little bit. I've already misted my hair with water. I'm just going in and adding leave-in conditioner to the actual full length of my hair. So doing my leave-in conditioner, want to make sure to get those ends since it is the oldest part of the hair. Okay. And I'm getting my ends since that is the oldest part of the hair, and then I'm going to just run you through the actual products that you're going to need to achieve this style. So when it comes to the most important part, which is the hair that we're using, you will first need Cuban twist double strand 24-inch hair. I have this in the color 1B. As you guys can see, 3 packs of hair came within this larger pack. If they do not sell it like this at your beauty supply store, completely fine. You can just go ahead and buy 3 individual packs. And then the hair that's going to make our distressed lock is the free tress braid water wave 22-inch, and I got it in the color 1B. I am a jet black natural, but finding the color 1, which is jet black, has become very difficult for some reason. So I'm using 1B. I don't mind that. It's okay. Like, it won't look off in the colors or anything. So you'll need 8 packs of this, but I got 9 packs just to be safe. Again, this is my first time. Who knows? I mentioned that getting water wave is extremely important. There are different textures of hair. You'll need jam. I highly recommend using extra hold when doing protective styles. It just makes me have that reassurance that things are going to stay in place, and it does have conditioning properties as well. I got this, and this cost me $4.49. Then you need your crochet hook. You can get this from the beauty supply store or Amazon like I did. And then you need your rat tail comb, making sure that you have that pointy end to make your parts, okay? Cool. If you're familiar with protective styles such as braids and twists, you know sometimes the hair can have different coatings on it that makes it a bit itchy on your scalp. Some people elect to do an apple cider vinegar rinse on their hair, then they dry it and all of that. I'm personally not doing all of that today. So another thing that I do that really just helps with making sure that my scalp is not irritated is actually putting this particular oil blend onto my hair. So for my base oil, I am using sweet almond oil. This is an Old Faithful for me. It is sold at my local grocery store, but I'm pretty sure that you can find it online. The brand is International Collection. Just using my fake Petri dish right here, and I'm going to put some oil here. Okay, cool. Then I am using tea tree oil. Tea tree oil has antiseptic properties and antibacterial properties that makes it really good for like combating dandruff, itchiness, irritation on the scalp. So I am adding that to the sweet almond oil as well. 10 drops in here. The reason that I do this, a lot of people make this mistake when using oils such as tea tree, peppermint, eucalyptus, which is an essential oil. Essential oils are way too potent to be applied directly to the scalp. You need to make sure that you're using a heavier carrier oil such as almond oil, grapeseed, olive oil, going down those lists to really just help with diluting the potency a bit and making sure that your scalp is not irritated. Then I'm just going to mix those up a bit, get it all over my hands like so, and put it directly onto my scalp. Okay? Okay, so this is the Cuban twisting here. This is what it looks like. You guys see its texture, one piece from the first bundle. Okay, so you're gonna hold your piece of hair like this, like it's an upside down U or a horseshoe, and then just directly put that here. Let me just get a little more jam. I just want to make sure that this is slick, no issues. Okay, upside down U, place it, grab your hair in the middle, and you're going to begin to do a downwards plait, or if you call it a braid. I am going to braid until the full length of my natural hair is covered, where I am only left with 2 pieces of the Cuban hair. You guys saw that. Upside down U, place it on, braid it in, full length of your hair. This just makes sure that your natural hair is not protruding through, especially if your hair is not in the healthiest state right now and you have split ends and stuff that are going down the full length of your hair. It's even more important to make sure that you braid down to the point where the full length of your natural hair is covered. You're probably like, what do you do from here? You grab your crochet hook. For people that have never used a crochet hook before, this is what it looks like, and then you pull a latch up. When you're putting the hook through your hair, make sure that the latch is downwards. There is an opening here. I don't know why I'm talking as though I'm like the operator of a ride at an amusement park. This is the crochet hook. It is open. Stop it. Put the hook through. We're going to go and make sure that the hair hooks on. Oh my gosh, am I overcomplicating this? Okay, there we are. Close the hook, pull through, take the hook off. I'm using my mirror at the same time. Take the hook off. Pull one side of the hair through. Y'all, I'm sick at this point. All right, pull one side of the hair through. This is where we're at with it, okay? One side is through. And so in this case, you're thinking, what's your placement? Do you just go full length to make sure that they match? No, you pull one side down some, and so you only have a little piece here, okay? Little piece here. I'm making this piece about the same length of where I stopped the braid. From here, you're going to grip and begin twisting. You want to make sure you get a few tight twists at the base of your hair. So I'm doing about 3. From that point, start moving downwards. So pull. 1, 2, 3. Let go, pull. Thumb here. 1, 2, 3. Let go, pull. You guys see we're at the end of the hair. I'm going to start twisting upwards. 2, I can't really get 3 out of it. 2, twisting upwards now. 1, it will stay like so. This is what we're working with, okay? From this point, we still have a good amount to go. I'm taking another piece of hair. I run my fingers through like so to give it a little more body, to make sure that it's secure now, because I need to finish out the full length of the Cuban hair. I am going to go like this, like it's hanging over, like so. And I'm just going to tighten it, like I'm almost tightening a knot. Then I'm going to go back to the same method I was doing. So taking one strand, 1, 2, 3. You guys see the 3 loops? Pull. 1, 2, 3. Pull. 1, 2, 3. Pull. This is what we have now. I'm just going to take scissors. I just cut this, and this is what it looks like. And as I said, this is how it looks once it's cut. The ends are sometimes a little blunt, so what you can essentially just do is slide the actual free tresses hair downward some, okay? So slide it down a little bit to give it a more natural look. You guys see that there? And we've done our first distressed lock. We're gonna go through this another time before, you know, I speed things up. This is beginner level, so yes, I am going slow. And again, I've never done this style before, so I'm taking all of that into consideration. This is what my parting looks like. The parting doesn't have to be like super perfect or anything like that, honestly. Let me make this a bit diagonal because I do not want that like boxy look. I don't, That's not for me. All right, so I have this section here and I'm going to pin this back. All right guys, so we're just going back through our steps. While we're walking through this, again, use your jam. I'm just gonna tell you guys, so guys, literally where I live, there is not a beauty supply store. And don't get me wrong, I mean, like, I'm self-aware and I have full visibility, so I know the demographics of my neighborhood, but I'm not going to lie to you, it was just still shocking to think that, what you mean no beauty supply store? What do you mean? Okay, making sure that this is secure. I think we have all the jam that we need. Just adding a bit more leave-in conditioner to the end of my hair, okay? I know this looks crazy, but trust the process. Again, we're grabbing another piece of this Cuban twist hair, horseshoe it up the upside down U, place it, grab. I'm gonna start doing a plait going downwards. Keep it tight. You don't want your hair to slip, okay? So this is what we have. You're going to go grab your one piece of the free tresses hair. I don't know why I can't remember the free tresses name for some reason. You could tell this is my first time using this hair for real. Bring it out a bit, get a little more body going. And then you're gonna grab your crochet hook. I keep wanting to forget this part, but you're going to grab your crochet hook. I noticed that it's easier to attach the hair if you just do it over your finger like that. Make sure that the hook is closed, and then you bring that baby through. I'm just going to use my mirror right now to make sure that I'm only bringing one side through. I notice it's easier if you just hold the one side that you want to stay on the opposite side. Just hold it down with the braid when you're pulling through. It will reduce that error we had happen the first time. Okay, and then again, start pulling. So you want to inch one of the sides upwards. So again, this side is pretty much just the length of what I braided with the Cuban hair. From that point, you want to wrap it a couple of times to make sure you have a solid base. Okay, so I've twisted the full way down. Just in case you're not familiar with the style and wondering why it has these bunches, that's the purpose. It's supposed to look distressed, right? So I'm taking another piece of the free tress hair, running my fingers through it, and then just gonna go act like I'm tying a knot. Just out of frame, just in case you're wondering, you're loose with it. Okay, that's something that I had to remember. I was pulling kind of tight before, but to get more of the distressed look, you want to be loose with it. 2, and then I'm doing 2 because the piece is getting a bit loose. I have this much left, and then I'm going to wrap upwards. Okay, if you can only cross your thumb one time, that's completely fine. Just ultimately want to go back upwards. So I have this here, and then I just kind of wrap around. I let you not. This is how it looks. You grab your scissors, you cut it off. And then to help with it not looking so blunt, oh, bless me, no, I'm not sick. You can just slide it down a little bit, okay? To give it more natural look. All right. That's how it looks, y'all. I'll come back when more of my hair is finished. Sorry if you guys hear birds carrying on in the background, but I told you guys that was going to be a detailed tutorial. Now to get into the lessons learned and the best practices and everything that you need to know. This style is heavy. I'm only pointing it out because for some reason I went in with the expectation that it would be fairly lightweight. A month or 2 before getting this style, I had in passion twists. Passion twists are extremely lightweight, so I had the same expectation. Shame on me. But this is a bit heavier than I personally like. If you're okay with a bit of a heavier style, then okay, kudos to you. But especially when I first did it, I will say that I felt like my neck was a bit sore the first 2 days. It wasn't anything unbearable, but I would prefer for my neck not to be sore. In terms of like styling and things of that nature, I haven't done any crazy things related to styling. Like right now I'm using bobby pins to put a few of the locks up while the rest is laying down. I have also did this style with an actual scrunchie. I felt good there. I've swooped all my hair to the side and wore it on one shoulder, cool there, and then just wore it down. I did try a ponytail once, and again, because of the weight, it was a bit too much for me. I do suffer from migraines though, so when it comes to styling, ponytails and things like that actually do give me a really bad migraine, so that could just be my situation. But again, just practice mindfulness and decide what's best for you. In terms of going to sleep at night, not going to lie, no, I didn't go out and get any extra large or fancy bonnet that straps up or anything like that. I have a traditional bonnet that I wore sometimes if I was feeling a bit fancy, but during most nights I actually was just wearing my traditional headscarf, wrapping it around my head, and I was good to go. When it comes to the longevity of the style, I will be honest, some of the things that you'll start to notice is that I actually wrapped it up here, but like you'll start to see this happening because the free tress hair is unwinding a bit. As I said, it's almost been a month, but I found this to be extremely easy to fix. So what I essentially do, if this occurs, either you can cut it off, which I did a few times on other locks, or you can just do the twisting method going upwards, just wrapping around the thumb once and bring it back upwards for the full length of your hair. Then I just do like more of a wrap thing. It does make it kind of bulky right here, but again, we're not looking for super uniform locks, so this is fine for me. That's really the only thing. I haven't had any hair like slip out on me. I haven't felt like I was risking hair falling out while I'm walking or anything like that. So it was extremely good on that. And the longevity, then the other thing that I will say is I did not use all 9 packs of the hair that I bought, referring to the free tress hair. I did not use all 9 packs of that. However, I did use all 3 bundles of the Cuban twist hair itself, which I expected. Although I didn't use all 9 of the free tress hair, I would recommend that if you're doing the style, you still get about 8 to 9 packs. This is a style that I think will easily take a refresher. So if your style is getting a bit old and you don't want to like unwrap the free tress hair or anything like that, you could potentially just take some new free tress hair and wrap it around. Again, that will make the hair more heavy, but it's just easy to spruce the style up in that way. And then also when it comes to doing a style that you've never done before, I would always suggest that you err on the side of caution with just getting more hair than what may be necessary so that you feel like you have enough. I will also mention that my style is not extremely long. I'm like a little under like bra strap length or whatever, so that really could be the reason why I didn't use as much hair. Again, if you wanted to make this into extended distressed locks, meaning that it's longer, you would likely use more hair. But if you're fine with like the length that I have, then this, I wouldn't do anything differently. However, if you like to be a bit more efficient, I would suggest taking the Cuban twist hair and doing all of your braids before you go into twisting. You all saw in the tutorial that I was actually making one part, doing a braid, braiding it all the way down, and then twisting the hair. Then for the next twist, follow the same thing, make my part, do my braid, twist the hair. If you would prefer to just get all of your braiding motions out of the way beforehand, I say do all of your braids, then afterwards just do your twisting. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Another thing that I will say is I do feel like planning is key. While I did not proactively do all of my braids, I did tell myself that I didn't want to do over 30 twists in my hair. I'm calling these twists, but they're distressed locks. I didn't want to do over 30 locks in my hair. So while I was going through and doing the parting, I was counting how many were done and about how much hair I had left and how many sections I would make into it. Then the last thing that I will say is if you're watching this video, you're considering doing the locks, and I would say to go for it. So I think that you guys should give this a try. You can experiment with colors if you like to as well. I'm actually doing the style for my sister this upcoming weekend, so I'm super excited to see how it turns out on her as well. Guys, I hope that this video was helpful, and I will catch you in the next one. I